Organising a sunflower festival for around 13,000 people is not for the faint-hearted. I admire anybody that puts on a festival, especially an outside one where weather is your prime enemy. Can I say that? It's Wednesday and we've on cyclone watch now. We've battened down everything around the farm. We've got tractors tied to the pivot, which is in the paddock where the sunflowers are growing, so that hopefully the wind doesn't pick it up and take it away or flip it over. We've done all the prep that we can, and just fingers crossed that we don't flood too badly and that the sunflowers survive. In terms of planning, it's all about the dates, and every year I spend a lot of time worrying and tweaking the dates for planting, and depending on what the weather is, because obviously when it's really hot and humid, things grow like sunflowers really fast. So like these guys here are growing well. They're at about day 42 I think we are at the moment. So this little part here is just when the flower starts to form. So we've got just over 4 weeks to the festival. So I imagine these flowers will be about this high by then. They grow a lot really quickly and the flowers will be ready to bloom. After Russell died, I obviously couldn't run the farm on myself, so I employed a local man, Bruce, who helps me with all the planting and looking after the farm, keeping everything shipshape. We went back to growing lucerne as well in the off-season and Rhodes grass for hay production. But obviously my main focus is the Sunflower Festival every year, and I look forward to working on that about 9 months of the year. This is where the walking tracks for the wheelchairs will go as well. And we'll have lots of different props and things in this area. So it looks a bit messy now, but come festival time, it should look magic. So this here is part of the maze. River 949 design it for me every year, and it's on a grid map, and then I measure it with a wheel, walk along, measure 3 metres this way, 8 metres that way, and then Drew came along with the ride-on mower and mowed the sunflowers out, and that's how we make it. It gets a little bit confusing if you don't know your left hand from your right, but we got there in the end. These are the yellow rocks people can buy for $2 and write the name of their loved one on, and then make it part of our Sunflower Rock Memorial. The whole festival, it's not just all about me. I have a team behind me and I wouldn't be able to do it without them. Apart from Bruce on the farm to make sure the flowers happen, I have a small team of dedicated people that help put this festival together. There's 6 of us all up, and we work pretty hard in these few months in the lead up.
I have got one bus company I'm keeping my eye on because they just won't get back to me. And they're going to arrive on the day. So we've got those, and I think we should put out a call for bumping. That's what I would rather do, is call for bumping.
See, the more you've got to volunteer early in the week, the less we've got to do as we get
the week.
Because we don't need to start the event absolutely running.
So why don't we ask Emily if it's all right with you, Jen?
But Mandy Wildy painted this to donate, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
It's quite pretty.
Yeah, that's.
The volunteers generally come from Brisbane. They're people that have a heart for our cause, either through having been through a cancer journey themselves or impacted, or they're just beautiful people that like to volunteer at events. And people just come back year after year to help us, which we really appreciate. And we thank them very much for their time, because an event of this scale wouldn't run without volunteers. This year, my goal is to raise $150,000 for cancer care. I'd love to get to that target again for $100,000 for the MARTA to again employ their cancer care nurse that I've heard firsthand what a difference it's made having somebody like that in the hospital. It's something Russell and I didn't have when he was going through his cancer journey, just somebody that you could talk to and get advice from, apart from the doctor and the nurses that give you chemo, because they're all very busy. So I really feel that makes a difference. If you haven't had anybody go through cancer before, you probably will in your lifetime. It touches everybody. So something like this is just really important to me. I hear so many stories from different people, and I've sat beside people, cried beside them, hugged them when they've been here, or sent me emails about their journey and how important it is for them to come along. And I'll always try and help them as much as I can. It's just something that's really important to the fabric of my life now, and I'd like to dedicate it all to Russell and others going through cancer.